Woke up Monday morning. He was on his way to work. I had just gotten off the phone with him. We both work at the same office. I was already at the office, asked him where he was. He said he was close, told me that he'd see me soon. Then he didn't show up for his Monday morning meeting. I was used to fast pace. I am not a country girl. He loved hunting, he loved fishing, he literally didn't care about any material things. And I was different. I was in fashion. I cared more about what I wore and just material things, honestly. And he brought me here, and it's quiet, and you focus on your family, and you focus on the things that matter. There's not a lot of outside noise. I would wake up on the daily and be like, how did I end up here? But it was more about the adventure and the experiences that I had with him, the relationship and the love that we shared. He introduced me into this world and this life that I never knew how much I wanted and needed.
I think a lot of things that Ryan was really good at was making me and everybody around him understand how awesome of a wife he had. They were unstoppable.
We'd both been through divorce. I think that what we connected on the most was that there was just so much more to life than to being unhappy.
He changed my whole family from the start. Like, all of us just started wanting to be more like Ryan. All of us wanted to hang out with Ryan. He hugged everybody and had the funniest laugh.
Everything that we did, he was all about being positive. So I don't think you can not be positive when you just talk about him.
Ryan is the hardest worker I've ever met. He is a giant of a businessman.
He's funny, he's just a giant of a human in a room that, I mean, he could fill it just with his voice.
There's so many people who are so impacted by who he is. I think he'll change lives forever. May 17th, that day, our lives changed forever. I remember taking a video of a police officer pulling out of my driveway because in that moment I was like, this isn't supposed to happen in real life.
It was so hard to just understand what was going on that day. So hard to put into words what you feel, because every single emotion you feel like is coming to you and you don't know how to react. You just don't wake up to those days thinking that, I mean, that's gonna be your reality.
I heard the sirens as I was working, kept trying to call him, kept trying to see where he was, and his phone went straight to voicemail.
I was in my office and my wife called me. I answered the phone and she said my brother's been in an accident. My parents and I drove up at the same time, and so I just held my mom and dad.
We pulled up and I could see multiple cars that were in the accident. None of them were his. So I walked right up to the officer who was trying to tell us to go away, and I just asked him, I was like, hey, I just want to make sure that there wasn't a silver Corolla involved in the accident. And they told me that there was, and they told me that the driver inside of the vehicle had died upon impact.
You can never fix a death, but you can lighten the load just a little bit. I've known Kim since high school. She's just one of the best people I know. Like, I would do anything for her. That night, I said to Nick, I was like, we have to do something for her.
Jenna had this idea of, hey, let's donate 100% of the net sales to Kim for that day, and I was all for it, and it blew our hats off how successful it was.
Well, it showed how loved Ryan and Kim are.
Obviously, it helps Kim because then it gives her time to process the whole thing, but also it gives everybody else a way to help.
Walli Gives Back started when Jenna's mom was going through her battle with cancer, and one night she just sat us down and said, hey, there's a much greater vision that I see, and you guys can help people.
When she said that at the end, she said, and I'll help you from the other side, make it amazing.
The goal was to never focus on a cell phone case. It was always for them to just make an impact in people's lives.
I feel honored to share my story. I feel honored that Nick and Jenna were inspired enough by my story to create Walli Gives Back.
This is just the beginning. We want to grow it so much bigger, reach more people, serve more people. We just want to make a difference.
The case is amazing, but the reminder of why I have it, the reason that I carry it with me every day.
Through all of this, we've all learned to love bigger. We've all learned to see life a little bit differently.
We all need each other.
Yeah.
The reality is this: if you dream it, it will happen. But you have to surround yourself with the right people, okay? And do the right things and be super positive. And if you do that, your dreams will come true.
Live like Ryan. That's what we're all trying to do.